Because look, if we're just gonna use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Anna? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
Hey everybody, this is Troy over at Uncomfortable Truths. Thanks for checking me out. Now today we've got to talk about what's going on over at the Young Turks, because Cenk is losing his mind because Ana is starting to think for herself and isn't falling for all of this leftist nonsense. So what happened recently was we've had tons of leftists out there going around saying that Donald Trump is Hitler, Donald Trump is a fascist, Donald Trump is going to put you in internment camps.
Community needs to be reminded and cannot forget. He wants to ban Muslims, he wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
Yes, he has talked internment camps. You know what, Jake? You may have to visit me in one. I get worried enough when he talks about what he's going to do to his political enemies.
All right, here's how it is. When you are getting corrected by milquetoast Jake Tapper, then you know that you've done something wrong when you're a Democrat. Because Jake Tapper's whole reason for existing is to go out and cheerlead for the Democrats. And when even he isn't buying your argument about internment camps, you've gone way off of the deep end. And Cenk Uyger will go on to just claim that Trump's a fascist. But to his credit, even Cenk Uyger doesn't go out and say, yes, Donald Trump threatened to put us in internment camps.
Am I losing my mind in feeling that this hyperbolic rhetoric is not helpful?
Yeah, well, 50-50 in my opinion. So when Debbie Dingell says he's gonna start internment camps, he never said that. That is not helpful. On that, you're 100% right. Because once she says something that he didn't say, then not only the right wing, but independents will discount every other thing you've said. Not just every other thing you've said, but every other thing that anyone on the left has said. He never said internment camps. Don't say that.
No, Cenk is out of his mind, okay? Because Ana is not 50% right. She is 100% correct. This hyperbolic language is absolutely ridiculous and it doesn't serve anyone. But Cenk has been going around fundraising, making tons of money off of going around lying about Trump or exaggerating about Trump. Because the uncomfortable truth is that yes, Trump often says things poorly. He often says things in ways that people are not going to like to hear them. But the idea that Trump isn't the best candidate we have is ridiculous. He did a great job on foreign policy, and he also did a great job on the economy. Things that Americans should really be focusing on when they want a president to be elected. So when they run around and they say these lies, well, of course people aren't going to take them seriously. And Cenk has been a huge part of spreading lies about Trump because his language isn't any different from what you see on The View.
This is the descent into fascism, if we so choose. Normalizing January 6th, it's a day of love. It's a day of love. I'll say it again and again and again. Normalizing enemy from within. I'll say it again and again. I'll say it again and again until you get tired of it, until it's not so funny anymore, or you think he doesn't mean it until you realize he does mean it and it's too late. Saying these strict abortion bans are a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you kidding me? We got to wake up. And here's the good news, because I come with such dire warnings, and I mean them from the bottom of my heart as a daughter of refugees who came here escaping war, came here for America to be a part of a democracy, to be a part of building something beautiful where they could be free. I'm telling you, the good news is that I believe women will be the beacon in this election.
Oh my God, these people are insufferable. You have She Scarborough and Cenk Uyger and all these other leftists who are going out right now talking about how Trump is a fascist, Trump is dangerous. Meanwhile, the candidate that they are supporting, Kamala Harris, is overseeing wars on multiple fronts that could drag us into nuclear conflicts and World War III. They have no problem with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, what they're doing over in Gaza. They have no problem supporting Israel on that front, even though Trump is saying that he wants a peace deal. They have no trouble giving Ukraine any weapons they want. You want planes? You've got them. We're going to go ahead and let people in the United States go hungry. We're going to let them sleep on the streets. We're not going to take care of our veterans, but we are going to make sure that Ukraine always has whatever they need. This is the candidate that they are supporting, that they're saying is not dangerous. Meanwhile, Donald Trump goes out and says that he's going to make a peace deal, and these people melt down because they don't want peace. All they want is to pretend like they're some sort of moral warriors, but that couldn't be further from the truth. And Ana is finally starting to get it. And as she starts to realize that, yeah, Cenk and all these other leftists are full of shit, she is going to be more and more unwelcome over at TYT.
Because look, if we're just gonna use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Ana? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
First of all, his entire cabinet had to threaten, not cabinet, administration, his White House team had to say, we're all going to mass resign if you roll out tanks against American citizens.
Okay, so if you think he's a fascist, wouldn't that justify taking physical action against him?
No, because that doesn't help. That devolves us further into fascism.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a difference between somebody shooting someone, that's fascism, and saying, I disagree with them. Don't elect the fascist prick who says only white people are awesome and everybody else is garbage and should be banned. No, look, I'm not gonna take a chance with a monster like that.
I know, you're focusing on whether or not you're gonna vote for him. I don't give a damn about that, and that's not what I'm asking you about, Cenk. I don't think that this rhetoric, especially from elected members of Congress, is helpful at a time.
I don't agree.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, Ana, why do I not agree? Because, so Trump's helpful's rhetoric?
No, his rhetoric is awful.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard.
Hey, you saw it. I was very honest about Cenk coming out and admitting that these people were being over the top and saying, yeah, don't lie about saying that he said something about internment camps. And then this dude literally turns around and just starts making stuff up about Trump. Like, oh yeah, Trump really came out and said only white people are awesome. Where do you come up with this shit? You're literally just making it up. You are doing the exact same thing that these people on CNN and MSNBC are doing that you're criticizing. There is no difference between Cenk Uyger and MSNBC. All he does is go out and talk about how wonderful the Democrats are. Every once in a while, he'll do some mild criticism and then tell you to go vote for them, tell you to go support them. That's what he's doing. Now, when Ana finally pushes back after literally years of putting up with his nonsense, he just can't handle it. He's like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Well, I want you to tell the truth. I want you to stop making stuff up and just being hyperbolic. But he can't do that because that is who Cenk Uyger is. And that's why they are not able to really give people an honest take, because he's not honest. And Ana is finally coming around to seeing this. And honestly, I welcome her voice on calling out the left, because there's nobody that's seen more absurd stuff than somebody who has sat next to Cenk Uyger for a decade. So everybody, that's all I've got on this. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe and share the uncomfortable truths. Take care, everybody.